I'm about to share something that could completely change how your exams turn out. While you're watching this, thousands of students are studying smarter, faster, and more efficiently than you. And it's not because they're more talented. It's because they know 6 ancient Japanese study secrets that literally rewire the brain to learn 3 times faster. And here's the truth nobody wants to hear. If you don't learn these secrets today, you'll walk into that exam room exactly as you are right now, unprepared and focused, and already behind. Your exams aren't coming someday, they're practically here, and every single hour you waste is an hour your competition is using to get ahead of you. But this video is your turning point. These 6 Japanese techniques will reset your mind, rebuild your study habits, and push you into the top 1% of students, even if you've wasted weeks, even if you feel completely lost, even if you think it's too late. Let's start with the first secret, Kaizen. This is the 1% rule that Japanese students swear by. They don't try to become perfect overnight. Instead, they focus on becoming just 1% better every single day. Here's why this works so well. Your brain absolutely loves small wins. Every tiny improvement you make releases dopamine, which is the motivation chemical that makes you want to keep going. Think about it like this. You're not lazy. That's not your problem at all. Your problem is that you try to jump from 0 to 100 way too fast. You go from scrolling on your phone to trying to study for 5 hours straight. Your brain completely rejects that sudden change because it's too overwhelming. But Kaizen bypasses all that mental resistance. You study for just 20 minutes and complete one tiny target. Your brain feels that victory and suddenly wants more. Here's the mind-blowing part. Even just 1% daily improvement compounds into becoming 37 times better in just 1 year. That's why Japanese students never burn out. They build momentum like a wave that keeps rising higher and higher. Starting right now, choose one chapter, study for just 20 minutes, finish one small task, and win again tomorrow. Those small wins stack up and make you absolutely unstoppable. The second secret is Pomodoro mastery, but with a Japanese twist that most people don't know about. While most students use the Pomodoro technique to manage time, Japanese students use it to actually rewire their brain. Here's the critical difference. They understand that the break is the weapon, not the study session. During that 5-minute break, they sit completely still, breathe deeply, reset their focus, and visualize the next 25 minutes. This resets the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that controls attention. It sharpens your mind like a samurai polishing a blade before battle. But here's what you probably do. You take a break and immediately grab your phone. You scroll, you overstimulate your brain, and you completely destroy the focus you just built. Try this instead. During your break, close your eyes. No phone, 0 movement, no distractions. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it, then breathe out for 4 seconds. You'll feel your mind become heavier, quieter, and sharper. Within 3 sessions, you'll notice the difference. Within 3 days, your focus will feel superhuman compared to where you are right now. Secret number 3 is called Shuhari, and it's the Japanese system of mastery that martial artists, engineers, and top students all follow. It has 3 stages that build on each other. Stage 1 is Shu, which means follow the basics. This is where toppers are actually made, and most students completely miss this. They don't jump into the hardest questions right away. They don't randomly open chapters and hope something sticks. They master the foundations first. Because here's a fact that will shock you. Basic concepts make up 70% of your exam marks. That's more than half your grade. Every single time you skip the basics, you're literally throwing marks away with your own hands. Stage 2 is Ha, which means break the pattern. Once the basics are rock solid, Japanese students start testing themselves. They solve questions in new ways. They make mistakes on purpose to see where the gaps are. They challenge their brain, and this creates something called deep learning, where the information actually sticks permanently. Stage 3 is Ri, which means rise above the system. At this level, students don't rely on memory anymore. They rely on intuition and true understanding. Concepts have entered their long-term memory, so they answer questions effortlessly without even thinking. But here's your problem. You haven't even completed stage 1 yet. You're jumping from chapter 6 to chapter 2 to chapter 10, hoping something will magically stick in your brain. It won't. Follow Shuhari properly for 7 days, and your clarity will absolutely explode. The fourth secret is Hansei, which is a brutal Japanese ritual that forces you to face your weaknesses head-on. Every single night in Japan, students practice Hansei, which is deep self-reflection. But this isn't an emotional reflection, where you're crying or overthinking. Hansei is cold, sharp, and uncomfortable. They ask themselves 3 powerful questions. Where did I waste time today? Which mistake did I repeat again? What will I fix tomorrow? And then they actually fix it. But you probably make mistakes, ignore them completely, repeat them again the next day, and then wonder why nothing ever improves. Hansei breaks that cycle once and for all. Because the moment you clearly see your weaknesses written down on paper, your brain automatically starts solving them. It's like shining a flashlight on a problem that was hiding in the dark. Tonight, take just 3 minutes, that's all. Write honest answers to these questions. What distracted me today? What topic didn't I understand? What will I improve tomorrow? Do this for 1 week straight, and your habits will change on their own without you even forcing it. Secret 5 is Namawashi, and this is the hidden reason behind Japan's legendary efficiency. Namawashi means preparing the roots before growing the tree. Japanese students prepare their entire study session before they even sit down, and this removes 90% of their stress. Tomorrow, before you study, you must know the exact chapter, the exact page numbers, the exact questions you'll solve, and the exact time duration. Here's a psychological truth that most people ignore. Confusion kills focus faster than anything else. When you sit down with your books and think what should I do first? You've already lost your mental energy on decision-making, instead of actual learning. Namawashi destroys that confusion. It creates direction, and direction creates unstoppable momentum. Plan your next study session tonight before you go to bed. Write it down clearly. You'll feel a massive difference the moment you sit down to study tomorrow. The sixth and final secret is active recall dominance, and this is the Japanese memory weapon, which neuroscientists say is the most powerful learning technique that exists. The reason Japanese students remember everything is beautifully simple. They practice active recall. They don't reread their notes over and over. They don't highlight sentences in 5 different colors. They don't watch explanation videos 10 times hoping it'll sink in. Instead, they close their books and test themselves. What is this concept really about? How do I solve this formula from memory? Can I explain this entire chapter in 1 minute without looking? Every single time they try to recall something from memory, their brain strengthens that memory pathway. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Reading gives you fake confidence. You think, oh yes, I know this, but that's your brain lying to you. Active recall gives you real memory, the kind that stays locked in your brain during the actual exam. If you start using active recall today, your revision will become 3 times faster and 10 times stronger. Tonight, after you study any chapter, close your book and explain it out loud as if you're teaching someone. Even if you only remember 20%, that's perfect, because that 20% just became permanent. Now let me show you how to combine all 6 secrets into one unstoppable system. Every night, use Namawashi to plan exactly what you'll study tomorrow. During your study time, start with 20 minutes of Kaizen learning on the basics. Use Japanese Pomodoro with proper breathing breaks, no phone allowed. Follow Shuhari by mastering foundations before advancing. Practice active recall after every single topic. Then end your day with 3 minutes of Hansei reflection. This cycle attacks your weaknesses from every possible angle and turns any student into a topper within weeks. Here's your final wake-up call. Your exams are not far away anymore. They're right in front of you, staring at you, counting every mistake you make, waiting to expose every weakness you've been ignoring. Every hour you waste from this exact moment is an hour your competitors are using to surpass you. But here's the truth you need to accept. You don't need a miracle. You don't need natural talent. You don't need perfect notes or expensive courses. You just need a system that actually works, and these 6 Japanese secrets work for anyone. Average students, struggling students, distracted students, last-minute students. If you start these techniques today, right now in this moment, you can still become a topper. You can still change your rank. You can still shock everyone around you with your results. The question isn't can you do this? You absolutely can. The real question is will you start now, or will you stay exactly the same? Your future is watching you make this decision. Now go and become the student you always knew you could be.